Shalom, welcome to Tactically Torah. I am Heath Hayes. Today is day 47 of Read the Bible in a Year. We are on page 142 in the scriptures. If you want to follow along, reading Numbers chapters 11, 12, and 13. Let's just dive in. And it came to be when the people were as complainers, it was evil in the ears of Yahweh, and Yahweh heard it. And his displeasure burned, and the fire of Yahweh burned among them and consumed those in the outskirts of the camp. And the people cried out to Moshe, and Moshe prayed to Yahweh, and the fire died down. Then he called the name of the place Taberah, because the fire of Yahweh had burned among them. And the mixed multitude who were in their midst lusted greatly. So the children of Israel also wept again and said, "Who is giving us meat to eat? We remember the fish which we ate without cost in Mitzrayim, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. But now our being is dried up. There is naught to look at but this manna." Now the manna was like coriander seed, and its appearance like the appearance of bdellium. The people went about and gathered it, ground it on millstones, or beat it in the mortar, and cooked it in a pot and made cakes of it. Its taste was like the taste of cakes baked with oil. And when the dew fell on the camp at night, the manna fell on it. And Moshe heard the people weeping throughout their clans, each man at their door of his tent. And the displeasure of Yahweh burned exceedingly, and in the eyes of Moshe it was evil. So Moshe said to Yahweh, Why have you done evil to your servant? And why have I not found favor in your eyes to put the burden of all these people on me? Was it I who conceived all these people? Was it I who brought them forth, that you should say to me, Carry them in your bosom, as the foster father carries a nursing child, to the land which you swore to their fathers? Where am I to get meat to give all these people? For they weep before me, saying, Give us meat to eat. I am unable to bear all these people alone, because the burden is too heavy for me. And if you are doing this to me, kill me. Please kill me. If I have found favor in your eyes, and let me not see my evil. Then Yahweh said to Moshe, Gather to me 70 men of the elders of Israel, whom you know to be the elders of the people and officers over them, and bring them to the tent of appointment, and let them stand there with you. I shall come down and speak with you there, and shall take of the Spirit that is on you and put on them, and they shall bear the burden of the people with you, so that you do not bear it yourself alone. And say to the people, Set yourselves apart for tomorrow, and you shall eat meat, because you have wept in the hearing of Yahweh, saying, Who is giving us meat to eat? For it was well with us in Mitzrayim, and Yahweh shall give you meat, and you shall eat. You are going to eat not 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, nor 10 days, nor 20 days, but for a new moon of days, until it comes out of your nostrils, and becomes an abomination to you, because you have rejected Yahweh, who is among you, and have wept before him, saying, Why did we come up out of Mitzrayim? So basically what the Father is saying is, you want meat? I'll give you so much meat, you're going to be sick of it. Verse 21, And Moshe said to the people, The people in whose midst I am are 600,000 men on foot, and you have said, I give them meat for a new moon of days. Could flocks and herds be slain for them, to be sufficient for them? Or could all the fish of the sea be gathered together for them to be sufficient for them? And Yahweh said to Moshe, Is the arm of Yahweh too short? Now see whether my word meets you or not." And Moshe went out and spoke to the people the words of Yahweh, and he gathered the 70 men of the elders of the people and placed them around the tent. And Yahweh came down in a cloud and spoke to him, and took the spirit that was upon him and placed the same upon the 70 elders. And it came to be, when the spirit rested upon them, that they prophesied, but did not continue. However, 2 men had remained in the camp. The name of one was Eldad, and the name of the other was Medad. And the spirit rested upon them. Now they were among those listed, but did not go out to the tent, and they prophesied in the camp. And a young man ran and informed Moshe and said, "Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp." And Yehoshua, son of Nun, Moshe's assistant from his youth, answered and said, "Moshe, my father, forbid them." And Moshe said to him, "Are you jealous for my sake? Oh, that all the people of Yahweh were prophets, that Yahweh would put his spirit upon them." And Moshe returned to the camp, both he and the elders of Israel. And a wind went forth from Yahweh, and it brought quail from the sea, and let them fall beside the camp, about a day's journey on this side, and about a day's journey on the other side, all around the camp, about 2 cubits above the surface of the ground. Wow. And the people were up all that day and all that night and all the next day, and gathered the quail. He who had the least gathered 10 omers, and they spread them out for themselves all around the camp. The meat was still between their teeth before it was chewed. And the wrath of Yahweh burned against the people, and Yahweh struck the people with an exceeding great plague. And he called the name of the place Kibroth Hata'awah. Kibroth Hata'awah. Because they buried the people who had lusted. From Kibroth Hata'awah, the people set out for Hatzeroth, and they were at Hatzeroth. Chapter 12. Not exactly the easiest reading. Now Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moshe because of the Cushite woman whom he had taken, for he had taken a Cushite woman. Cushite, that's what it is. And they said, "Has Yahweh spoken only through Moshe? Has he not also spoken through us?" And Yahweh heard it. And the man, Moshe, was very humble, more than all the men who were on the face of the earth. And suddenly Yahweh said to Moshe and Aaron and Miriam, "You 3 come out to the tent of appointment." So the 3 came out. And Yahweh came down in the column of cloud and stood in the door of the tent and called Aaron and Miriam. And they both went forward, and he said, "Hear my words. If your prophet is of Yahweh, I make myself known to him in a vision, and I speak to him in a dream. Not so with my servant Moshe. He is trustworthy in all my house. I speak with him mouth to mouth and plainly, and not in riddles, and he sees the form of Yahweh. So why are you not afraid to speak against my servant Moshe?" And the displeasure of Yahweh burned against them, and he left. And the cloud turned away from above the tent, and look, Miriam was leprous, as white as snow. And Aaron turned toward Miriam, and look, a leper. Aaron said to Moshe, "O my master, please do not hold against us the sin in which we have done foolishly, in which we have sinned. Please do not let her be as one dead when coming out of his mother's womb, with his flesh half consumed." And Moshe cried out to Yahweh, saying, "O El, please heal her, please." And Yahweh said to Moshe, "If her father had but spit in her face, would she not be ashamed 7 days? let her be shut out of the camp 7 days, and after that her be readmitted. And Miriam was shut out of the camp for 7 days. And when the people did not set out until Miriam was readmitted, and afterward the people departed from Hatzeroth, and they camped in the wilderness of Paran. Wow. Chapter 13. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Send men to spy out the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the children of Israel. Send 1 man from each tribe of their fathers, every one, a leader among them. And by the mouth of Yahweh, Moshe sent from the wilderness of Paran all of them men who were heads of the children of Israel. And these were their names: from the tribe of Reuben, Shammua, son of Zakur; from the tribe of Shimon, Shaphat, son of Hori; from the tribe of Yehuda, Caleb, son of Jephunneh; from the tribe of Issachar, Yigal, son of Joseph; from the tribe of Ephraim, Hoshea, son of Nun; from the tribe of Benjamin, Palti, son of Raphu; from the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel, son of Sodi; from the tribe of Joseph, from the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi, son of Susi; from the tribe of Dan, Amiel, son of Gimali; from the tribe of Asher, Shether, son of Mikael; from the tribe of Naphtali, Nabi, son of Wolfsi; from the tribe of Gad, Geuel, son of Maki. These are the names of the men whom Moshe sent to spy out the land. And Moshe called Hoshea, son of Nun, Yehoshua. And Moshe sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said to them, Go up here into the south, and go up into the mountains, and see what the land is like, and the people who dwell in it, whether strong or weak, whether few or many, and whether the land they dwell in is good or evil, whether the cities they inhabit are in camps or strongholds, and whether the land is rich or poor, and whether there are forests there or not. And you shall be strong and bring some of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the season of the first fruits of grapes. So they went up and spied out the land from the wilderness of Sin, as far as Rehob, near the entrance of Hamath. And they went up through the south and came to Hebron, and Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai. The descendants of Anak were there. And now Hebron had been built 7 years before Soan in Mitzrayim. And they came to the Wadi Eshkol, and cut down from there a branch with 1 cluster of grapes, and they bore it between 2 of them on a pole, also 1 of the pomegranates and of the figs. That place was called Wadi Eshkol because of the cluster which the men of Israel cut down from there. And they returned from spying out the land after 40 days, and they went and came to Moshe and Aaron and all the congregation of the children of Israel in the wilderness of Paran at Kadesh. And they brought back word to them and to all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And they reported to him and said, We went to the land where you sent us, and truly it flows with milk and honey, and this is its fruit. But the people who dwell in the land are strong, and the cities are walled, very great. And we saw the descendants of Anak there too. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, while the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea along the banks of the Yarden. And Caleb silenced the people before Moshe and said, "Let us go up at once and take possession, for we are certainly able to overcome it." But the men who had gone up with him said, "We are not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we." And they gave the children of Israel an evil report of the land which they had spied out, saying, "The land through which we have gone as spies is a land eating up its inhabitants. And all the people whom we saw in it are men of great size. And we saw their Nephilim, sons of Anak, of the Nephilim, and we were like grasshoppers in our own eyes. And so we were in their eyes." Not good. Shalom.